Hello, this is CrossFit Ammo, member in the Spotlight. This is Diz, or Lindsay, but Diz we call her. It's a nickname she has. We're plugging CrossFit. We're plugging a Kill Cliff today. We're both drinking Kill Cliffs when we're interviewing. So, no, we're not really plugging it. But, so first off, tell us how you got the nickname Diz. I think sure it's a family thing.
Yes. So my first name is Lindsay, and my middle name is Danielle. And my dad has always called me Lindsay D, Dizzy D, and then just Diz. So it stuck with me through college. And on my tennis team, we had 3 different Lindsays on the team, so it was really easy to go by Diz. We were all blonde.
Oh, 3 Lindsays.
3 Lindsays, all blonde, all kind of stubborn. So Diz was easy for me.
All right. Well, you touched on it a little bit. Tell us about your athletic background. You grew up playing tennis.
Yes, I actually started tennis late. I started it my freshman year, or going into my 9th grade, I guess, so 8th grade summer. But I grew up playing soccer. I had a soccer ball at my foot since I could walk, and I had a coach named Ludwig, actually. And so played soccer forever, and then picked up tennis because my parents were both in it. And no offense to tennis players, but I thought it was a girl sport. You wore stupid skirts and visors, and I was not about that, but I picked it up naturally, and anyways, it took me to college. So
awesome. That's cool.
Yep.
You were born a natural. You
yes,
didn't even know it.
I know. I probably had a racket in my hand and the stomach and a ball at my foot. So
where were you? What city were you raised?
Here.
Right here in Allen. Born and raised in Allen.
Born and raised in Allen. And we moved away for 3 years. We were in West Virginia for 3 years, and then came right back here. Both of my mom's family and my dad's family are here.
Cool. So played tennis through college, played soccer growing up. Mm-hmm. After college, what did you kind of do to stay in shape? What did you do to keep up?
I ran a lot. I hated running in high school. I got stuck with, I also ran track in high school, and I had to do the 800 and the mile relay, which sucked. But I always ran, so I never wanted to do it in college. And then after college, I was like, okay, I kind of like running on my own. So
yeah, sometimes depends on what stage you're at in life. Things seem more appealing. Like sometimes the endurance stuff seems more appealing. Sometimes lifting.
And you can kind of step away too. So it's like that.
You can choose what you want to do.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So when did you first hear about CrossFit?
So it was definitely after college, and there was a box here in Allen that I went to, and that's actually where I met Aaron and Santi. Okay. They were members at that box. And I don't know how, I think I only did it for 8 months there, and I just had a horrible experience, and nothing that they did, just I don't think I learned the right movements, and just didn't really like it, didn't really enjoy it, and so I quit, and then just started running. And then on Facebook, I knew that Aaron and Santi opened up a box out of their garage, and she Facebooked me and was like, hey, you need to come try it out. And so I actually met with all of them, and I wasn't even a member or anything, and it was so cool, it was so welcoming, at a mud run. And they gave me a t-shirt, and I got to jump in with everybody, and that's kind of how I heard about, and that was right at the time that they just opened this location. That house.
Small side.
Yep, I remember that. That's when I first came there. Yep.
It was so exciting those days.
Oh my gosh, I wish I was in the garage days. I never got to do that.
Yeah, that was fun too.
Yeah.
Not as fun as that.
No, that was.
I went around that.
That was interesting, trying to squeeze that many people in there.
So you got into CrossFit. That was a long time ago when foundations were different, classes were different, smaller. Sometimes you show up and there's like 2 people.
Oh yeah, and it's different. So like back in the day, the evening class, the last class, like 5:30 and 6:30 were like the times to come, and it was the busiest.
Nobody it was like 8 people.
Oh yeah, it was like 8 people, plenty of room. But yeah, it's kind of cool to watch it form and grow over the years, and I always tell Aaron and Santi this, and Lee as well, but I feel like good people bring good people, and so that's why I feel like I've stayed here. And I even moved to Dallas, so I'd drive past like 50 boxes on the way here, but I would always come here, and because of them, and the people awesome. Here.
So when you first, I guess, restarted CrossFit with a different atmosphere, different different relationships, when did you feel, were you comfortable right off the bat? Were you excited? Were you like, this is fun?
Yeah, I felt extremely welcomed, and just like I said, just with the coaches and the people. And so when you come, they cared really about your form, and like Aaron knows, I run my back and I do shortcuts, and I think I got away with that at the beginning, and then they kind of really honed in on form and made it exciting, and I wanted to learn. So it was a good good mix of the people and the coaches.
When did you do your first competition? Do you remember?
Oh my gosh. It was actually, I have a video, and I'm beating Erin, and I think that's the only time that I've ever beat her in a competition. Yeah, it was the
before the box?
Yes.
Before ammo?
Yeah, before ammo.
I was at that one. I didn't compete, but I was at it. I remember that.
Yeah, and you had to do like the bear crawls across, and there were like overhead squats and stuff.
The slush pipe.
Yes, yes.
I remember that.
The thing that yes.
Yeah.
So that was my first one, and I remember because I think my dad was there and he watched the entire thing. Him and my mom came and they were videoing, and I remember going back and Erin was like, "That's me behind you," and she was like in the video behind me. It was so cool to see that. That was my first one ever. So
that's awesome. So you've kind of done the full circle. You started out. You've done other sports. You started out. I feel like there's been a time where you kind of got back into running a little bit. You still did your CrossFit, but you got more into running some long distance. Talk about that. Talk about like maybe how you train different. Real quick.
So I'm kind of notorious for cherry picking my workouts. There's things that.
Oh no, we don't do that here.
The ones that are body weight with cardio, I'm in. So when you see me on the heavy lifting days, which you won't, but when I just decided to run a marathon, so I started training. I don't think I trained exactly the way you should have for that, but I did really well. And it was just one of those things I like pushing my body to the limits and seeing what it could do. And with running, like I said, it's kind of my getaway. So it's like put in my music and do what I want when I want. And so I came to CrossFit about two to three times a week, and then I was running every other day. So
you're putting in about 6 days of work.
Oh yeah.
About half and half of CrossFit.
Yeah, probably. And
more
and
of
I would
a longer metcon,
yeah.
like a body weight, and then you're running the other days.
Yep.
And it gets you ready for a marathon. I did a similar thing years ago, but
was it for a marathon?
Yeah, and I feel like it works.
Yeah.
The cross training.
The cross training for sure. And people always say, "Oh, CrossFit, does this or this to the body," but I actually felt like it made me stronger and faster.
Oh yeah. Plus the mental aspect too, getting ready for a competition of any kind, whether it's something that's not even CrossFit related, like a marathon, but going into it mentally strong and knowing that you got this and the heart rate's down.
Same thing with tennis too. So I still play on a mixed league, and I actually have a pro-am coming up in Tulsa. And when I played last year, it's actually when I started picking up CrossFit a little bit more, like 4 or 5 times a week, and I've noticed that my serve is getting harder. And it's just crazy seeing. I feel like I'm in better shape now than I was in college, just because I'm lifting more and my endurance.
Crazy.
Yeah, so I can tell a difference. I mean, I'm not clocking like 100, but it's definitely I can see a difference.
Put some more heat on the ball from CrossFit.
These guns.
Hey, did you check those guns?
Oh yeah, I did. Right here.
So what's next for? You talked about your pro-am in Tulsa, but what's next for Diz? Are you gonna run more marathons? You gonna do the Open this year?
I'll do the Open. I didn't get to do the Open last year. That's when I got married, so it was kind of a time where. Yeah.
It's not an excuse.
I mean, it kind of was. Aaron was like, "Diz, you gotta get here." But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do the Open this year. I did a sprint triathlon that I think I want to do again. I want to get back into swimming and biking again, so I'll probably take that a little bit more serious this next year.
Yeah. Do you have any goals? Like, is there anything in the gym that you're working on and trying to get better at? I mean, everybody's trying to get better, but like, what's the one thing?
Well, gymnastics part for sure, but I know it's mental. I want to get a bar muscle up and then obviously a ring muscle up. So, but those are my 2 biggest things right now that I can't do. Handstand push-ups, I feel like I can always do better at.
Sure.
But for sure the gymnastics part.
Bar muscle up and ring muscle up.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So now you are a 4 to 5 year CrossFit veteran. Mm-hmm. What's the one thing you still can't stand doing?
I hate deadlifts and I hate snatches.
You threw out 2 of them. All right. I hate deadlifts, snatches, kettlebells,
and pull-ups and chest to bar and no. But
deadlifts.
Definitely deadlifts. I hate and
it doesn't feel good.
No, it doesn't feel good. No matter what I do, even when I don't round my back, I still feel like I'm not good at it. But snatches, I'm starting to do them right. I've been working a lot and actually coming to those classes.
All right.
But I would say deadlifts, I can't stand.
You know what they say, if you want to get better, do better
do more?
snatches. Yeah,
Oh,
do
yeah.
Snatchy.
Okay, on the running days.
All right. When do you normally come? Kind of all day? Whenever?
Every time, all day, every
Yeah.
day. Yeah.
So you'll see Diz around. You probably have seen Diz around. She's been around
4:30
since
or
pretty much
5:30.
everybody.
Yeah.
Normally evenings, but every now and then you'll squeeze in a morning class and I'll
Try.
send you there.
It's few and far between.
Yeah. All right. Well, this was the first. This is January 1st.
Yeah,
First
2017.
member of the Spotlight for 2017.
Whoop, whoop.
Diz, longtime member.